This is Revenue from Devil's Trifecta, and you're watching the Daily Cricket News. Let's begin. We start off with the Women's World Cup going on in England. Now, in the single match of the day, New Zealand took on West Indies. Now, while New Zealand looked to rubber stamp their position for the semi-finals, West Indies, who were mathematically still in the tournament but for all practical purposes was out, looked to salvage some pride. New Zealand won the toss and decided to bowl first. Now, West Indies continued their terrible form with the bat as neither the top order nor the middle order troubled the Kiwis. Number 7 player Kaishona Knight top scored with 41 as the West Indies were bowled out for 150, which was a tad better than the 48 they were bowled out in the last match against South Africa. The Kiwis completed their chase in the 19th over and in the process overtook South Africa in the league table. Kiwi bowler Lee Kasperek was declared the player of the match for her 3 wickets. Now, while New Zealand go on to face Pakistan next, West Indies face fellow strugglers Sri Lanka in the next round. We move on to the third ODI between Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe at Hambantota. The bowling department was the weak point for both the teams in the opening matches as the series was tied 1-1. Now, this was the first international match at the venue Hambantota for over 2 years. Sri Lanka won the toss and pushed Zimbabwe into bat first. Now, opener Masakadza looked to carry on from his brilliant 41 in the last innings and got support from a youngster Busakanda on his way to his 5th ODI century. Now, everyone contributed with the bat as Zimbabwe posted a challenging total of 301 for 8 in their 50 overs. Now, what seemed to be a challenging total in the chase, openers Dickwella and Gunathalika made it comparatively easy. The openers forged a partnership of 229 on their way to ODI centuries. Now, Mendes and Tharanga finished the job and Sri Lanka cruised to an 8-wicket victory. Gunathalika for his 116 won man of the match. Now, Sri Lanka head into the 4th match of the series at the same venue, looking to consolidate and wrap up the series, as they believe that they have Zimbabwe's bowling figured out and can do exactly as planned. Moving on. The next match on the menu is between West Indies and India, the 5th and final ODI at Kingston. Now, with the series scored at 2-1 in favour of India, West Indies look to build upon their victory in the last match and level things up. West Indies won the toss and decided to bat first. Their innings never got any real momentum, and despite Shai Hope's brilliant 51, they were only able to manage 205 in their allotted 50 overs. Now, a score of 189 was enough in the last match. Now, would 205 be enough to tame India's strong batting lineup once again? Rahane and Dhawan opened the innings for India in their chase. Now, Dhawan departed early again as he was out in the first over. Now, in came captain Virat Kohli, who had a point to prove after a disappointing tour. Now, he took charge of the chase and scored an unbeaten 111 and ensured that India took the series 3-1. Now, Kohli scored his 28th century and his 18th in ODI chases as he won the man of the match, while Ajinkya Rahane took the player of the series award. The next match is the only T20 between the two sides on Sunday. See you then. Among the glitz and the glamour of the limited overs cricket, there was also a test match that began yesterday. England took on South Africa at Leeds with both the teams sporting new captains. Now, while Joe Root took over from Alistair Cook permanently, Dean Elgar took charge in place of Faf du Plessis, who is still in South Africa with his wife and child. Now, England won the toss and decided to bat first. Despite a terrible morning session, Joe Root ended the day on unbeaten 184, while giving him company was Moeen Ali on 61. The final score was 357 for 5 as Vernon Philander took 3 wickets for the Proteas. Moving on, Australian Cricketers Association has decided to boycott the Australian A-Team tour of South Africa. Now, the tour was scheduled to begin on July the 12th, while the team was scheduled to leave for South Africa on 7th. The Australian Cricketers Association in a statement said that the players of the Australian A-Team were sacrificed their own ambitions for the greater good, and it was an extremely selfless act on part of the players. Now, there has been zero progress on the dispute in the past few weeks, and even though the Ashes is a long time away, there is a real danger that Australia might not be able to put up a team, or even if they do, it might be a makeshift team. and ending today's edition with some bizarre claim of PCB chairman Shahryar Khan. Now, in what seems to be a statement meant to outrage the Indian team, Khan has claimed that the Indian cricket team is scared of Pakistan and that is why they do not engage in playing in a bilateral series with the country. He challenged the team led by Virat Kohli to showcase their skills against the Champions Trophy winners in a bilateral series instead of just ICC tournaments. Now, the last time India and Pakistan played was in 2007 when Pakistan toured India for a test series. Now, as the tension between India and Pakistan is on an all-time high, it seems unlikely that Khan's outrageous statement will lead to any victory. Thank you for tuning in to today's edition of the Cricket News. Hope you liked the video. Please share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, this is goodbye.